If you're planning on applying to university in October, you might have started thinking about requirements and whether you meet them. Now, looking up the requirements for universities is very important before you decide where to apply, because you need to meet the university's requirements in order for them to consider your application. Often universities will require you to study specific subjects, or they may require you to be predicted or have achieved certain grades in subjects as well. It's up to you to check these. When you make your UCAS choices, you apply to your 5 universities, they will look at your application and see whether you meet the requirements. If you don't meet them, then sadly that will be a waste of one of your UCAS choices, so make sure that you're checking them. Sometimes these can be a little bit confusing. There might be things that are required or things that are recommended. How do you know whether you meet a university's requirements? Well, first, it's really easy. Look up the university and look up the course you want to study. They will have them listed very clearly there on the website, and you should be able to work it out. But here's a little bit of help. So if a subject is required, that means you absolutely have to be taking it in order to make an application to the university. So for example, here at Cambridge, if you want to apply to economics and you're taking A-levels, you have to be taking A-level maths. If you're not taking A-level maths, you sadly are not eligible to make an application for economics, so you can't apply because your application won't be considered. Now, there are sometimes subjects that are very strongly recommended by universities. They're not required, but if you have the opportunity to take them, you probably should be. An example is engineering here at Cambridge. It is very, very strongly encouraged that you take A-level further maths if you're taking A-levels and want to apply to engineering. In fact, 96% of successful applicants to engineering have taken further maths. If your school doesn't offer it, or you've realized its importance too late, it's important that you study extra maths outside of school or college by yourself. It's not a requirement because we know that not every school offers it, but it is very strongly encouraged, and if you don't take it, your application may be at a disadvantage. Now, there are some subjects that don't have any requirements at all. For example, here at Cambridge, law has no subject requirements, but there are sometimes subjects that can be useful in preparing you for the kinds of skills you'll need on the degree. For example, with a law degree, it might be useful to be taking an essay-based subject because the degree will involve a lot of reading and writing. But there's no combination of A-levels that would prevent you from making an application. So hopefully that clears things up. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments.